First, I'm tracing my eye socket with the Mehron Prisma in shadow and swiping the black paint with a damp brush. I start from the inner corner of my eyebrow and trace along towards the tip of my arch and stopped to where the end of my eyebrow reaches. Next, I'm tracing the bottom socket of my actual skull and making sure I round it off a little towards the end. It's not the exact anatomy of my skull. This method actually helps me cover my eyebrows without having to apply glue stick and piling on a ton of white face paint. Do the same thing on the other eye. Whenever I make any mistakes, I have a sheet of makeup remover at hand. Just make sure you let the makeup remover residue dry a little bit after you wipe it. Now it's onto the nose. Again, not really anatomically correct, but I like to give a little bit of a crack on the top part. Next, onto the mouth. I start off by painting a line on the center of my actual lip and apply a couple of quote-unquote mountains and quote-unquote thorns along the top side of my mouth. I call it mountains and thorns since it helped me kind of make that nice cracked look on the top. Now, wherever you want your corner of your mouth will be is totally up to you. Some people want it to be almost the same size of their lips, while others literally go from ear to ear. I prefer it to stop where I can feel my jawline. Next, we fill the spaces with black face paint. Pro tip, having an ultra thin brush is very handy for those tight spaces. Next, apply your white face paint. I'm using the Mehron Paradise Makeup AQ in white to fill out the rest of my face. You can use a damp beauty blender or sponge if you like, but I prefer to use a brush first before using a sponge for the narrow spaces I have to fill. Next, I have the Ben Nye Super White Professional Powder to kind of set the paint into place and to make the white paint look a little bit more opaque. This is just an extra step and isn't really necessary for you to apply. I thought about giving an emotion to my skull, so I decided to adjust the eye to make my skull look mad. I did the same method like I did a while ago, trace towards the tip of the arch and round it off towards the end. Think about Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. I used the 706 Ultra Fine Tip Brush from Bedilim, I think that's what it's called, tools to clean up the edges a little bit. And now we're on to shading. I'm using my Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette, and I'm using the shade Jet. For this look, I'm shading in frown marks in between my eyebrows, shading the edges on the top side of my eyes as well. Apply the shadow to the bottom edge of the eye socket and blend upward. Apply to the nose tip and to the sides of the nose as well. And shade all around the mouth area. I didn't want to leave my forehead blank, so I applied a nice rounded skull marking to it. Make sure you blend this area very well and don't leave any hard edges. Next is my favorite part, applying cracks. I'm using my 706 brush and some black paint. I limit myself to at least 2 to 3 cracks on both the top and bottom of the eye. Pro tip, you can always branch your cracks out if you want more. And also, more pressure equals wide cracks. Less pressure equals thin cracks. You can also round off the cracks if you like. Shading the cracks add more depth in life. Remember, a little goes a long way and you can always drag the shade beyond the black paint. Next, we highlight. Apply white paint to the edges of your eye socket, cracks, mouth, and nose. this part, I'm just doing final touches all around with black eyeshadow. I totally forgot to apply the black eyeshadow to my eyelids. You can see it's a little bit patchy up there, so I kind of forgot. So apply black eyeshadow to your eyelids. That is a instruction. And this is the final look. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's my first Halloween tutorial, and I hope this taught you a thing or two about how to do this kind of makeup. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and have a great day. Bye.